Ooh, I think it's caught up now. Social media. Good evening, everyone. The Ashby here, Motocross and Speedway Memories. Not sure who that is, but evening. Anyone's like that, I'm not sure who that is, but basically it's just a privacy thing, so you can't see your profile. So basically, if you come out of this live, click on the link in the post, then come back in, should be able to see you like Dan there. Hello, buddy. How's it going? Looking forward to this one. Hope you're good, Dan. Good that you're in reunion free, buddy. Just going to show you some cool stuff actually about the reunion. Talking about the reunion, got some mega videos the other day. Super cool. Just going to show you them. Yeah, really cool. Absolutely mental, to be honest. Check these out. My buddy in America now. He's my buddy now, Mr. Jim Holly. I'm sure you all know him. He's always at the Supercross. Proper ledge. Check this out, what he just sorted out for me at the Supercross at the weekend.
Hey guys, Jim Holly here. I'm in Seattle, Washington for Supercross. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go to England on April 29th and 30th. Darwin, the UK, make sure you check out Lee Ashby. He's putting this thing together. It's Speedway reunion. It's going to be an awesome event. Like I said, I'll be at Supercross. If I wasn't at Supercross, definitely be in the UK checking this out. So make sure you get all of Lee Ashby. Get all that information and get your tickets.
Jim Holly talking about on the reunion. Who would have thought, eh? Evening, Scott. Hope you're good, buddy. Not sure who that is. I just did say to a couple of the guys, you can just come out of this feed, click on the link in the post, and then come back in, and hopefully you should have permission to see your profile like Scott there. So if you give me a question, and I can quote you on screen so we can see who we're talking to. Yo, Wes, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're good. Super Evo man. Love his page. Check it out on Facebook. Really cool. 90s Super Evo, by the way. Yours is working, Tom. How's it going on? Here he is, Mr. Leon Day. How are you doing, Leon? Should be a good one, mate. So check this out as well, people. This is madness. I've just showed you one of the videos, but check this out.
Hey, Jimmy, what's going on? Hey, are you going to go over to the UK? Lee Ashby's putting on the MX and Speedway reunion on April 29th and 30th.
Unfortunately, Brock, I'm like you, man. We're at Supercross during that time.
Oh, I thought you were going. I know you're friends with Lee there. Yeah, I wish I could go too. It's we're busy at Supercross here in the US, but that event's going to be awesome. So hopefully anyone else go attend it.
It's not right, is it? Brock Glover, proper Supercross legend. Now part of running the Dunlop. Check out this Supercross champion as well.
What's up, guys? Christian Craig here at Supercross. We'll make sure it's in April in England. Unfortunately, I won't make it, but yeah, there's an awesome race going on. The Ashby's putting it on, so check it out. And, maybe the next time I'll make it.
It's nuts, isn't it?
How you doing there? It's Tony O'Mara here from the United States, and I know there's one cool event coming on at the end of April. The Ashby is putting it on. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it because I got such a busy schedule in the United States, but it should be a lot of fun, so try to get there if you can.
It's just not right. I can't thank my buddy Jim Holly enough. What a legend. Oh, it's absolutely madness. Brock Glover, Christian Craig, the man Johnny O'Mara. What a legend. Check this out as well. This is crazy.
All right, just a shout out for Lee Ashby. He's doing a Speedway motocross reunion in April in England. Make sure you get your tickets.
Mitch Payton. Haywire, eh? Absolutely mental. Hi, Dave. How's it going? But Jim Holly has been hooking me up, and apparently he's going to try and get me a live interview with Johnny O'Mara, so I'm sure you guys would like that. And also Ricky Carmichael, so fingers crossed. Mr. Holly, I'm going to get him on as well, Jim Holly. Love his voice over on the old Supercross as well. When he's on the old program and all that. Love it. And yeah, he's going to hopefully get me Ricky Carmichael. Hello, Tiago. How's it going? You can still see your shirt you sent over, look, as well. There's the front of it, and I'll just grab the back of it as well. There's the back of it, look. So check out Tiago's. Get hold of Tiago. He sorts all these out. Absolutely mint. Look, it's one for Graham Noyce is going to wear at the reunion, and one for me for the wall as well. So beautiful. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. Yeah, it should be good, Dan. Should be good, buddy. Should be good, mate. Also, I've got a new comp going for the first round of the World Supercross Championship that's in the UK. It's not at Cardiff this year. It's on Saturday, July the 1st, and it's at Villa Park, Aston Villa's football ground, which is Birmingham way. We are doing a comp for that, so get hold of me if you want to get involved. Only doing 100 numbers, so you can have any number 1 to 100. Also trying a new thing where you don't pay up front. You just ask for your numbers. I'll give you whatever numbers you want, and then once it's sorted out at the end, I'll message you guys to then pay for the numbers, knowing that we will have a date for the draw of it. And basically it's 2 times VIP. They call it premium tickets, but it's basically 2 times VIP tickets, which also this year include pit pass, which is amazing. Plus you get to see all the practice that you don't do on normal tickets, and also a hotel stay for the 2 as well. So get involved if you want to get involved with me. That not sure what that is. Trying to hook me up with printed shirts. We don't need that, do we, Tiago? Right, let's get the man, shall we? Let's get the man in. Right, let's hook this up. Right, let's just gonna sort this out. Right, so I've got my questions there, haven't I? Yep. Right, let's just invite him in, and hopefully, so I know he's gonna be on his phone, so hopefully we can get it all good. Got excited then, Brad. I thought he was going to make it to the reunion. Just said he's got the Scottish Nationals that weekend. Bummer. So hopefully that should have gone through. Hopefully this is going to work. Hopefully we'll be all good. Hopefully we'll be all good. Get the man in. Yeah, some crazy videos, of the old promos for the reunion. Pretty cool. Bit more than cool, but right. Hopefully, the man will be able to click on the link and get in here. Hopefully, it'll be all good. How is everyone? See the old. What's everyone doing this weekend? Looks like the weather's going to be a bit better. Playing some ball again by the end of this weekend. Where's everyone riding? Where's everyone going to watch? See, they got round 2 of the British Championship this coming weekend at Canada Heights. Loved that track. Used to love racing there in the 90s. They used to call it the East Kent International at the time because they used to have a lot of Dutch and Belgian kids come over, so they called it International. It was always cool. Proper venue, that place, isn't it? It looks like a GP when you see it, and coming into it, it's like got a proper aura about it. Canada Heights. So that's in Swanley, so that should be good this weekend. Hopefully Brad. I'm just checking to make sure how's he getting on with it. Hopefully he's going to be all right. What's everyone up to then? Been up to? Oh, hopefully I can see him. Right, I can see he's come down in the bottom of my screen, so let's get the promo going and then we'll get on with it. Here we go. timing there, Brad. I just saw you disappear. Here he is. How are you going, mate?
Good, thanks. Good, aye.
I just
Finally
saw you
getting
disappear,
on
and I'm
air.
like, no, he's gone.
Yeah, finally getting us on air.
Yes, I know. I chased you for a while, haven't
I'm not very good at these.
I? I don't give up, Brad, like you. How is it then, mate? How are you?
Yeah, all good. Just grafting life now instead of riding as much. But now it's all good.
So what are your keep us up to date, up to speed of what you're doing this year? What are you doing racing wise this year? What plans have you got for this year?
The plans are maybe Bridgestone, because me little lad's doing that, and Scottish Championship, which we've had one round of the Scottish already up at 10.
Yep.
Then he finished 4th and I finished 3rd, so it was quite a good weekend, to be fair. It's a good event, a lot of good riders as well, so, and good prize money, to be fair, and that's what brings, I think, a lot of the top riders in. Come and do the Scottish.
So obviously, I gather your son's riding, is that right?
Yeah, as I say, it's his time now. I'm trying to spend as much time as I can with him.
Yeah.
So he's enjoying it now, and he's still on 65, and doing the Bridgestone, as I say, and pushing him as far as I can, to be fair.
What's that like then, being on the other side of the fence, watching your own flesh and blood on the track? How's that? What's that feeling like?
It sometimes gets a bit frustrating, as I because it's hard for a little lad. I didn't used to listen to my dad, to be fair, too much, and he's a bit like that with me. That's why sometimes I would try and get him trained with other people, so he could listen. But a lot of people tell him you need to listen to your dad, because obviously what I've done in the past, but he's still not 100% listening to us at all.
No. They do that. The kids do the same with that with the football coaching. None of the they don't listen to any of their parents, but they listen.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is, isn't it? So let's take it back then, Brad. So how did you actually get into motocross, and how old were you? What was the sort of first bike that you got?
Well, when I was young, my dad used to try and race, and as I say, my granddad got us into a little bit of trails riding and stuff. But when I was 2-year-old, I got a Speedway, and I was doing BMXing, and I really enjoyed my BMXing at the time. I went and did that for a while, and I was European champion at the age of 8.
Wow.
And then we did World Championships at Australia and stuff, and I just felt so. I got more in love with motocross than I did the BMX scene, so that's when I changed from BMXing when I was 8-year-old to motocross. And the first couple of races I did them at Brampton. And I think I got lapped 2 or 3 times off Stephen Sword. It was that I was struggling. It was that bad. So, and I always looked up and thought, I would like to be as quick as Stephen at the time. Yeah. And it just shows if you put all the hard work in, it could pay off. So that's what I do. I just knuckled down and tried my best, and it's been quite good, to be fair.
Imagine back then thinking I'm going to be British champion one day.
It was always my dream.
Yes, fair play, mate. What sort of age were you then, Brad, when you sort of started thinking I can do this as a career, as for a job? What sort of age were you?
Well, my dad pushed. Obviously, when I was getting lapped and stuff, I didn't think it was ever going to happen. But a couple of years later, I was still on like the 65s and starting to get top 3s. Some good riders there. There was like me, Glenn Phillips, Tom Church, Chris Martin was another one. There was quite a few of us, and we always used to mix it up every weekend, and that's how it was. And I just grew and grew from there. But all the competition was still just as hard as it is this day.
It was seriously stacked in there. So that you did all the BSMA and all that, didn't you, with them boys? And
yeah, they were good days, to be fair. We did BSMA, we did ACU. There was loads of events what we did. All good back in the day. Bit different than now.
Yeah, exactly. Adam Pryor's just put, we had some good battles, mate.
I've always had good battles with all the riders, to be fair, as long as I kept it clean with them.
So I must have been, when you guys were sort of in the 80s, I must have been in the oldest group in the sort of expert 125 class when you boys were all in the 80s and 100s together. Because I remember seeing all you boys.
A lot of people I can't really remember.
Mm,
To be fair, obviously when I was racing, I can only remember people who I raced against, and some of the top riders. They're the only riders who I can really remember off the top of my head. So when people say to us they had battles with us, and I was like, I always think, oh, do I know them? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hard to remember the people, like you say. The memory's not very good.
Especially when we were riding all over the world. So who were did you have any heroes or idols when you were young, Brad, when you were looking at the adults? Was there any heroes of yours? Who were they?
In England, I used to like Austin Kemp.
I remember him, yeah.
I always thought he was going to be a superstar.
Yeah.
But I think he got cut short, and I think he ended up packing in. But he was a good rider at the time. Jamie Breeden was the next class up for me, and he was sponsored by HRC, which no one really got sponsored by them. And he, I don't know how he managed it, but he was outstanding in his day.
Yeah.
As I say, there was that many good riders. There was all sorts. There was Kelly Swanson, and I can remember watching them boys on, which was good to see as well.
Yeah. What about, like, did you have any like foreign stars that you used to look up to? Any Americans that you loved?
I used to look up to McGrath. I used to love Showtime. He was
100%.
obviously my boy in the day. And obviously Carmichael, you can't go wrong there. With his background and that, what he's done and stuff. No, but McGrath was mine, winning all the Supercrosses and good outdoors. He was definitely the one to watch in the day. He was the one who brought, obviously, the freestyle, didn't he, with the knack.
Yeah, he did, mate. Yeah. You think that now when they're doing like double backflips now and all that? I thought a one-legger was cool in the 90s. You know what I mean? We thought we was really cool doing that. No leggers.
One-hander.
Yeah, so one-hander was a classic, wasn't it? The kids are on the side in one-hander. Oh, brilliant. So what, if I had to ask you, what was your favourite race bike in your career up to now then? You've been on a lot of, I've been going through all your pictures. I've pretty much rode all the brands, haven't you?
What do you mean, professional or...
Let's go for
both.
I
used to like, obviously, the 65s. That was good. That was a good.
Yeah.
Wait, it was a 60 then.
Yeah.
The X60 was a good era. But as I say, I used to like 125s. That was a really. It's always hard, 125. And we put a lot of time and effort in getting a good 125 Yamaha, and that was probably a really good bike, to be fair. And the sound of them was just unreal to me.
So good,
we had like a Rinaldi one, and then Steve Dixon did his one as well. But and that was Embo's one. That one there, real nice bike.
Yeah,
that's the one. Embo used to do a real good job of having them bikes tip top.
Talking about Canada, it looks like that's Canada Heights actually.
It is, aye.
This weekend or the thing. Did you used to like Canada Heights?
I love Canada Heights. If there was a round I would want to do with a British, I would probably go Canada Heights. It's a real good track.
So there's no cheeky late entry or anything then this weekend?
No, not this. To be fair, I've booked me lad in White Rose this weekend, unless I would have maybe thought about just having a little wild card. But there's one on my doorstep coming round, which is Schoolhouse. So that'll be interesting. I would definitely, if I've got nothing on, I would definitely wildcard that one.
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be good if you did. It'd be good. Even maybe on a two-stroke again or something like that again.
Yeah, well, I've got a two-stroke now, so it'll be interesting. I'll be on.
That'd be good.
Be in the mix too. I'll not be in the mix one. I'll be in the mix too.
Yeah, because they do that now, don't they? With the old 250. Huh?
Yeah.
That'd be good to see. Adam's just put, Brad, can you remember Chad Reed coming over to ride against us at the last round of the Champions of Champions at Church Lynch? Yeah.
To be fair, I can't, but I've heard Chad Reed talk about this before. He mentioned us racing against us, and I was thinking, well, I can't remember racing against you. That shows how bad my memory is. And it was nice of him, obviously, to remember me when he come over here, that we raced together. So it was nice of him to obviously mention that when he was in a podcast with someone else. But yeah,
I think I've got a picture of it. I think he was on a Suzuki, Brad, by the looks of it. What I looked at, a picture.
Yeah, I think. I honestly can't remember, but I wish I could.
At least he did. He's name dropping you.
I know.
Mr. Bradshaw, Neville Bradshaw.
Aye, Bradshaw's a good old pal of mine. When he first come over here, we were teammates, and we've always been good friends. We always have a good crack with each other, and he's another good rider, isn't he?
Yeah, very good. Still doing. Where are you now at the moment, Nev? I'm sure he's gone back home riding. Any when I last looked the other day.
Oh, you never know where Nev is. He rides every day, doesn't he? By the looks of it,
he's factory. Oh,
I think he enjoys it more now than he ever does.
I know, he seems to ride more than what he did when he was a pro, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ken Winstanley, he's put, great to see Brad still going. Known Brad from being a kid, was good friends with the family. Brad always rode at the KWS and the British Masters, and he always got a good payday. Great lad around the paddock, and I'm sure Vinny will follow in his footsteps.
That's nice, Ken. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, Ken's had an awesome. Obviously, put all his time into KWS, and that was an awesome event as well. To be fair, the one I can remember was Brampton, where I rode both classes, MX1 and MX2, and it was straight after each other. And I took the prize fund there of both race wins, so it was a good payday that day.
Like that, Brad.
But that was definitely a good series what Ken did.
There he is. He's having a brandy, watching my bud.
Fair play to him.
Love it. My buddy Adam Winslet's just wrote that because I just can't see his name on there, but he's put on the YZ 490 Farley Castle VMXDN.
That was a hard bike to ride. No brakes.
Was it?
Obviously, Roy Emerson did the bike with John Gifford, and it was a nice bike, but just so vibraty and no brakes coming down them hills. It's just hard to ride, and obviously trying to. I think it was Elliot.
Right.
I was racing against Elliot. I think that was the bike. Yeah, raced against Elliot. I was trying to keep up with him on that thing, and he was on a 500 Honda, new one.
Yeah,
and it was just difficult to keep up with him on that. But it was good fun. I enjoyed it, to be fair.
So you was just touching the brakes and it just carried on.
Well, they're not as good as should I say these days. But the boys did a good job of getting that ready, and it was good to ride, to be fair. Something different.
Yeah, we can see your messages, James. Who would you say have you been your closest rivals throughout your career then, Brad? Who have you enjoyed banging bars with the most? There's always guys, obviously, you grow up with and end up going through the pro ranks with, and always seem to be racing each other.
There's a few good riders, to be fair. Saudi's been a one. Who else was I'm trying to think who all the way through. Tom Church was another one where we come through all schoolboys, Glenn Phillips. And then coming into pro, it was obviously James Noble was one. Who else was double battling with? Oh, Christian Watley.
Christian Watley, yeah.
Christian Watley was always my rival when we were battling for the championships. Who else was there? There's different varies every year. Was different. A couple of different people who was in with the mix. There's me and Sardi. I think that's at Farley Castle.
It looks quite grassy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like a bit of natural. Do you like the natural tracks, Brad?
Yeah, I like old school tracks. Definitely old school. I'm more of a obviously with my age, more of an old school rider, and obviously like the tracks better because nowadays the jumps they go a bit crazy with the jumps these days.
Yeah, they do seem to be getting bigger all the time, don't they? Obviously, the number 60 is a big thing with you, and everyone knows who number 60 is. Was there any specific reasons for that? How did that come about?
Yeah, well, I did a GP once at Donington Park. It was,
Yeah.
and obviously the FIM and Longbow used to give you just random numbers when you were wildcarding, and that was one of the numbers they give us. And after that, I just kind of wanted to be number 60 and stuck with the number 60, and it's just stuck with us ever since. And obviously my little lad's riding with it now, and hopefully he can take it on for bigger races and big events.
Carry the legacy on. I'm just trying to check down my phone so I can see these guys that haven't registered their names, but this is Ian Story. Said, I can remember you in your 125 days banging bars with John Bow, Castleside lad.
Yeah, we used to probably been at Whitton Castle. There was an under 21 in that at that track, and yeah, he likes the Yamaha 125s, and as I say, it used to blow up a lot, but it was fast at its time. Me 125, as I say, it was. I think we were trying to get it quicker and quicker, and the way I rode it, always used to let go a lot.
That was a good series, the old under 21 at the time, wasn't it? That was a good.
Yeah, it was good, and then the 4-stroke series as well with it.
Yeah, that was good. I've got who's wrote that? I'm just looking down my thing on my phone. This is Russ Harper. Don't forget
biggest
Mike
fan
Crest
of mine
towards the end.
Biggest fan of mine. Rusty got me Harper. He says, "Don't forget Mike Crass." Me and Mike did have good battles when we were doing the Europeans, and one of them sticks to my mind where we finished on, I think it was John Points, and he got it because he won us on the last race, and it was in Turkey, which we worked all year for, and to finish that close, it was a bit guttering for us, to be fair.
Yeah.
But no, I get on
with
Mike. I get on really well with Mike. So, as I say, we were rivals, but yeah, as I say, once we kind of retire, we still talk and get on well, friends.
That's good. Got Stuart Orton here. He's just put, how come you get a shout out and I don't? There you go, Stuart. There's your shout out.
That's me, best pal.
Oh, is it? What question can we get with him out of you then, Stuart?
Oh, don't ask him that. He'll fire them all over.
Yeah. Harry Ford here has just put, what's Brad's favourite UK track?
Oh, it used to be Hawkston. I used to love Hawkston. But with us riding it, it hasn't changed very much. It seems as though the sand's gone a little bit out of it and all. But that used to be my favourite track. Other than Brampton, obviously Brampton was a real good one in its time. But we obviously lost it to Quarrying. But yeah, it was Brampton at the time. I would say my favourite one now is obviously where the GP is.
Matley Basin, yeah.
Matley Basin. That's got like kind of everything in. It's a bit of old schooly, but it's got jumps as well. That's my favourite track, I would say.
Looks like it flows all right though to the rider. Is that the case? Is it? Or
I think if you ask a lot of riders, they like to ride that track. It's nice flowing, yeah, fast flowing.
Yeah, when I spoke to Tim Geyser when I was there, because I was doing the photography for the other year, and got to go in his truck. He was really nice, and he loved it as well. He said it was one of his favourites. So this definitely seems popular with all the riders.
Yeah, I think Crowley likes it as well.
Who's that? Crowley. He said he likes it. Yeah. Graham Lightfoot here has just put, you had some mega battles with Brad Nixon in the Northern Centre Schoolboys, Brad.
Yeah, this was back in the day. He was a good rider, Brad Nixon. He had a 125 Yamaha as well, and we used to have some good battles. So everyone used to talk, "Oh, it's a battle of the Brads," because obviously it wasn't a common name then, and to have two Brads racing against each other, it was from the northeast. It was we had some good battles, definitely.
Who's Josh has just put nice top Ando.
Yorkley.
You spotted that. What were the tracks that you didn't get on with then, Brad? Was there any of the tracks you didn't like in the UK too much for any reason?
Which one didn't I like?
Don't say Fox Hill.
No, I like Fox Hills. No, I didn't used to like wild tracks for some. I used to like it, but I didn't used to go well there. That was in the schoolboys.
Chippenham one, isn't it? Yeah.
That was there, Chippenham. It just seemed so I struggled every time to get a result round there. I didn't mind riding it, results didn't show off for some reason.
It was nice in practice. Speedway style, but it got a little bit rougher after that.
Yeah.
So when you got to obviously do GPs and stuff like that, was that obviously a big thing for you to do? Was that
Well, I did GPs, and then I thought we tried to qualify in the 125s. It was so hard to qualify because it was like 80 to 100 125s trying to qualify.
Crazy.
And it was really difficult in them days. And that always used to be something like the second off of qualifying. And like I was more of a racer than I was qualifier. So if we had the racing ones, I wasn't too bad. But when it come to the time qualifying, I don't know why, I just couldn't get my head round of getting a good qualifying lap in. But when it changed to qualifying race, it was different.
It was better for you.
But it just got expensive. You need good sponsors to get to the GPs. If I could change anything now, I would have moved probably, as I say, to Lommel or something where a lot of the top riders did. And that's how they brought all of the riders on with rougher tracks and faster riders. Where over here, you struggle. You have to travel hours to get, obviously, practicing and stuff. And get it as rough as out there. Obviously, that's
a lot of the Brits started basing themselves out there, didn't they? When they were obviously doing the GP, they started basing themselves out there too.
Yeah, well, in the matter of miles, there was obviously so many good riders as you could team up with or whatever and go practicing with them. As I say, that helps you when you go practicing if you're riding with faster riders. Up my end, obviously, there was a handful, but obviously we used to go to different tracks all the time. We used to team up and try and get lifts with them and share the costs.
Yeah. Talking about Fox Hill, because obviously it's my hometown, I've always got to bring up Fox Hill with everyone. I think you said you liked it, so that's always good. Did you love the vets thing? Obviously, you'll be there, I imagine.
Yeah,
this year as well.
I always seem to I go all right around Fox Hills. I wouldn't say it was my kind of track, but I like it. And I seem to do all right there. That's me and Steve. Yeah, it was a real good event at obviously the vets, the spectators come in to watch as well. That's what made it as well. Yeah. And they've done a real good job, to be fair. I didn't think they were all going to get in them fields and stuff, but no, it was good to ride against Villaporto and Mike Brown and obviously Mel, and we did all right as a team. Kurt Nickel. We just missed out on the win, but hopefully this year we've got me, Tommy and Mel, and hopefully we can wrap it up this year. I know Ryan, Villaporto and Mike's obviously said they're going to do more work and ride more. obviously to get a bit more. Ricky said more. Not Ricky. He said more time on the bike to try and beat us this time. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes up with this time.
So you got on worried this time now. Now they're going back and starting to prep a bit more.
Yeah, well, we doing a bit more prep now. Steve started on a new bike. What we've got.
Yeah.
We've got a bit of a new bike this time, a newer one, because ours was a 94, and I think theirs was something like 2000, maybe 2002, wasn't it?
Yeah,
but
it was,
we get the 2001 now, so a bit newer. So it'll be interesting to see how we'll go on this one.
What did that bike go like, by the way?
It's kind of the new one. What we've got now, I think, is the same engine as kind of what's that, and just a newer frame and different. And it rode really well, to be fair, for its age.
Yeah.
As the older bikes are, you sit more into them and they're more like an armchair.
Yeah.
Where the new ones are more slim and more stiffer.
Yeah.
But no, it was nice to ride, to be fair. I wouldn't have thought it would have been round Fox Hills, obviously, with the jumps. But it was surprising, to be fair.
Yeah, I was watching closely, and it looked like you got a good was getting a good ride, because when you race, you just tend to analyze things like that, don't you? But I was watching, it looked like you was getting a decent ride.
The only I wasn't getting the best out of the starts. The only trouble is, I think there were 5 laps where
they were short.
If you get a bad start, everyone's quite quick and it's quite short. So you have to try and get the fast laps in straight away and get past people. And it's Fox Hills is quite hard to pass and start with, so you have to try and push and shove your way through, to be fair.
Yeah, a lot of the guys on the same pace. This is a good question here from Dewey here. His brother raced Speedway professionally as well. He's put, "Hi guys, has Brad ever had a go or wanted to have a go at Speedway? I did admire that you never give up your never give up attitude, a true fighter on the track."
Yeah, I had a go. I don't know if you can remember Dirt Wheels.
Yeah, Dirt Wheels, yeah. Brian,
he had a shop he used to go to the Nationals with his shop, and he made one up, and he said, "Brad, I'd like you to have come down and have a go." And I had to take it up, and as soon as I set off, the foot dug in, because I forgot to lean it going into the track, and the foot dug in and spat it straight off before I even got onto the track. No, it was really good experience, to be fair. I was getting better and better as the day was going on.
Yeah.
Because obviously sometimes it's hard to get you spinning out. But as I say, I was getting better. I wish I just had a few more goes of it or more times on it, just to see how it would have been, because I think it would have been good fun, to be fair.
Yeah. What was that like when, because obviously you have the no brakes and they've just got the footrest on the right, they dig in the track a little bit to sort of stop quick?
Well, as I say, it was just hard to get everything switched on when you're thinking about leaning it over and no brakes. It was dodgy because you had to try and get your back end out a bit to try and obviously get going. But once you got going, it was hard, because then I was thinking about shutting off and braking. But I enjoyed it. Come off a few times, but that was it.
It's all part of it, isn't it?
Exactly.
Elliot, he's got some serious bikes online. This man sells them bikes. He's always got cool bikes. You should check him out online. Anyway, he's put, "You've done brilliant at Fox Hill." I think everyone enjoyed you, obviously, at Fox Hill, showing the Yanks.
Yeah, as I say, that move, the one what I can remember, obviously, was passing RV around the outside, but going up the hill, and then I made a mistake going in the inside, and then he got back past us, and I tried to get him going down the hill, and then he shut us off. So I had to change my line, which I'd never used, and I went round the outside of him. Then I jumped down the hill. We were side by side, and it was good, because you could hear the crowd go mad, and it was always good to try and obviously beat a top rider like him.
Yeah, that's really cool, isn't it?
So hopefully, as I say, if we do it again and all the riders, all the spectators get behind us again, as I say, we'll try and wrap it up this year. It'll be fantastic.
I was going to ask you about the team this year, but I don't know what we can't say online. I just see Dave Kingsley on here as well. I don't know what we can and cannot say, Dave, eh? Who's that? That was Ian Chesterman, I think. I'm just looking here. He's put, it'd be good to let the pro guys maybe have 7 laps at the VMXDN.
I think the main race should maybe have more than 5, because the other races, I think, are 5, aren't they? It'd be good just to have a few more laps.
There you go, Dave.
That is a good idea.
Dave's just come on as well. He's just put, what does Brad think about the new VMXDN Foxhill Brad Anderson t-shirts and hoodies? Just showed the logo, Dave. You missed it, I think. That is cool logo, isn't it? It's a Pat Stott.
That is a good logo, aye. No, I think there's a lot of people already asked us already what we're doing about obviously the logos and stuff like that, t-shirts and stuff. But I said, obviously, I think Dave's thinking about doing these with the t-shirts and hoodies, which is a good idea, to be fair. I think a lot of people is interested in buying them already.
Yeah, if you can give us where they could get them, Dave, and then I'll put it on the screen for all the guys that if you're going to do these hoodies and t-shirts as well. I'm sure people are going to be right into that. Let us know. I'll put it on the screen. Well, I'm just going back to my questions now. I lost myself there. Who's been the biggest influence on your career, Brad?
I've been asked this before. Well, it has to be my dad, because I wouldn't be where I was, without my dad trying to push us. And when I was little, it used to be hard for us, because if we didn't do very good or something like that, he used to put the bike back in the van and we used to go home and say, that's it, the bike's gone. And we went through that a few times, because you have your ups and down days, don't you?
Of course you do, yeah.
You only wanted to do is my best, you know what I mean? But as I say, that's me, my dad putting us where I am, like where I've been through my years. Spent a lot of money doing it as well.
Ian Chesterman's just put, I'll be buying one, but I want Brad to sign it for me when he wins.
Fingers crossed. No, as I say, you can't rule out the Yanks. I think it'll be a good race, and obviously Tommy and Mel. And then there's other new riders as well, because I think there's another English team.
I've seen they're doing a couple of teams for 7 Nations now, aren't they? That's going to be quite good.
So I think there'll be other good riders in the mix as well this time.
That's going to be interesting. I wonder if Dean Cripps will come on tonight, or he's already on, when he was offering his missus services the other night for a signed shirt, when he Brad.
What's he like?
Oh, it was classic. Absolutely classic. Oh, brilliant.
People ask some weird stuff, don't they?
Yeah, loves it. What about some favourite race gear over the years? And Brad, you've had obviously loads of different Fox and all that. Have you had any favourite race gears over your career?
Fox used to be one of my main ones, obviously, through me when I won my British Championships and stuff. I used to be in Fox a lot of times, because where I used to live, it used to be at kind of Newcastle, the warehouse. With East Canvasburg, and I got on well with Ian and Mark Stoko and them. As I say, it all got moved abroad, and then after that, we didn't really. I moved on to a different brand. So I've had loads of different brands over the years, though. Obviously, Fox is good. I'm an FXR now, meaning Kenny.
That's nice.
So, to be fair, most of the kits are quite good out there now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. There's a lot out there, isn't there now?
Yeah. I say FXR's what I'm in now, and it's top quality. I've been testing that out, and it hasn't. I haven't hauled it yet, so really good gear.
Nice stuff. What about, have you got any weird or wonderful superstitions or anything, Brad?
No, but when I get ready for motocross, I have to put everything on the left first.
Dear.
Like left sock. I put me, left, I've got like ankle things I put on, supports. Yep. So I put my ankle support on first. Then we sock all on the left first, for some reason. I don't know why. Just I've always done it, so I just keep to it.
That's not too bad. I've read a lot worse. Sounds draining. Some of the guys and what they've got. Jesus Christ, mad stuff. Harry's just put, it'd be good to have Brad at the reunion. Unfortunately, he's riding in the Scottish Championship that weekend, buddy. So
I had a look when you mentioned my friend Clark Davidson.
Yeah.
He did mention that he was going down, and I spoke to him because he helps us out. He sponsors us, Clark, and he said he was definitely going down. I could jump in the camper and that. And then when you sent us over, I had a look at the dates, and it clashes with the Scottish Championship. So I was unfortunate I can't come down, or so I would have definitely had a trip down.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Maybe next time, hopefully.
The trouble is, there's that many meetings on every weekend nearly now from me and my lads. So it's hard to have a weekend off to do something. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a tough one.
Just had to ask for a shout out here. Got Ian Chesterman. He's just said, by the way, Lee, we are getting married next week, mate. Come on, Brad, give us a congratulations.
Congratulations. Where was it?
There you go, Ian. It's Ian Chesterman.
Yeah. Congratulations, Ian, and your missus.
There you go, buddy. Good luck. Who's wrote that? I'm not sure who's wrote that. I can't see who that is, but we'll go on to the next one anyway. What event have you been to then, Brad? That's been the best atmosphere that you've raced at?
Obviously, Fox Hills was good. Like old bike racing, I love it. Yeah. You know, it brings a buzz. But obviously, the nations, the cells is really good. And the one I rode in was Colorado. And obviously, it was packed out with people. And that was fantastic. I finished third in my group, in the open group. And to achieve that for Great Britain was obviously one of me top things to remember, you know what I mean? So no, definitely Colorado. But all them nations I try to get to every year, and they always have a good buzz around them, don't they? Yeah, when you hear them chainsaws and all that go around, it is a good one.
Yeah, it's definitely special, the motocross to nations for sure, isn't it? Josh has said, are you doing the schoolhouse?
That's about the British.
Yes, I saw that. I didn't actually know where that was.
As long as nothing clashes with what my lad's doing, I'll definitely wildcard it, because obviously it's on the doorstep, and it'll be good for people to come and watch us.
That'd be good for the locals. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good if you can do that. Stuart put Thunder Valley.
Thunder Valley, that's what he's on about.
Okay.
Thunder Valley. I said Colorado.
Yes, yeah, I know. I knew what you meant.
The same one, but Stu was over there watching us. He come to support us.
Definitely. That would have been a great old journey. That he's put cheers for signing my boy's number plate at the GP, Steve. There.
That's all right. I always have a bit of time for obviously the fans, and if the spectators come round, I always try to have a bit chat with them, and I don't like to fog anyone off. It's nice to talk to people.
Carl Shields just put, who remembers Brad as a schoolboy with his open face helmet and his goggles and his teeth? What's the story behind that, mate?
Carl's an old friend of mine. I used to race against Carl. He was a year or two older than me, but he was a good rider in his day. I used to wear a Premier helmet, open faced, and I was fighting to lose all my goggles at the time, and I used to put them in my teeth. Every lap.
So what was that? What was that then, Brad? Was that Scott?
Like this all over my face, but I was more worried about losing my goggles than anything else.
Was that Scott or Oakley ones? What was it?
Oakley.
Oakley was.
Oakley,
as well.
Yeah, Oakley open the full face thing.
Yeah. Nice thing.
Yeah.
What Premier helmet? Because they were like fluorescent, like flow yellow,
Yellow
when they had a pink
and
one.
orange.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you had an
the
orange one,
fluorescent.
did you?
Uh,
Love that though, classic. Because the old mouth
Yeah.
bits come out quite a long way, didn't they?
I think you had the mouth bits,
Yeah.
but then you take that off,
Yeah.
and then you had the full
They
face.
come out quite a long way. I remember they were quite
Yeah.
long. Yeah, stick around quite a bit.
Yeah, that was a remember. The goggles in the mouth moment.
Here he goes, Brian. You're going to sign the shirt. Bid me up on.
Yeah. I think we had an auction or something like that, and I bid them up.
Did you?
So I made them pay for it.
Oh, that was brilliant. Fair play. Kevin remembers the Premier helmets as well.
I think a lot of people in the day remember
they
the
do,
Premier
yeah.
helmets. I think that's what they remembered it for.
Yeah, I'm sure Glenn Phillips used to have an open face one as well, I'm sure, for a while on a Premier
He
helmet.
used to have a Premier, but I don't know if it was an open one or not.
Yeah, actually, now you say that, I swear I see a picture of him on a 60 with the full one on. Yeah, because he looked like it was way too big for his old
He
body.
definitely rode one, definitely.
Yeah, I'm sure he had the pink one, pinkish one, yeah. So Travis Hyde here, has put, hi Brad, do you remember the Dash for Cash on Wednesday nights in Mid Wales in the Welsh Open Series? That was good, wasn't it?
Yes, that was a mega Wednesday night meeting. It's in the middle of nowhere. Ryder, I think it was called. We turned up and then signed on and everything. We're like, who's going to turn up here? And then all of a sudden, these spectators come from nowhere, which you wouldn't expect. I think there was over 5,000 spectators come on a Wednesday night, and it was a real good meeting, to be fair. I think they're starting to run it back again. I think it's only one meeting this time, but I think when I did it was three Wednesday nights, and it was a good payday at that.
My man Kev, who's does my reunions with me, look, he's just put, I think he took me out a few times wearing that. You've achieved so much since we were schoolboys, mate. Awesome to see. Was your biggest fan at the VMXDN last year. Looking forward to seeing you there this year.
That's nice to hear. No, it'd be good to catch up. Tell him to come round and we'll have a chat. But
yeah, we'll do that, Kev. We'll do that.
Nice for people to obviously recognise what I've done. People who I've raced against in the schoolboys, and as I say, it'd be good if you come round and have a chat at the destinations.
Yes, 100%. I'm not sure he's put that. He's put, I had a Premier Kid awesome helmets. I'm not sure he's wrote that. I can't find his name.
It used to be one of the top helmets in the day then.
It did. We're on a proper promotion of Premier helmets today, aren't we? So obviously, as we know, part and parcel of the sport, injuries and all that. Very tough sport, one of the toughest in the world, obviously. Was there, what sort of injuries have you had, Brad, throughout your career that you've maybe stopped you doing well?
I haven't really had that serious injuries. I've got obviously my two collarbones, what are still pinned now. Because what I done was I broke one and then broke another one, and I think it's stronger with the pins left in. I know they always say if you come off and bend them, could be difficult, but as I say, I've been quite lucky that way. I've probably broke my leg and my ankle once, and obviously then just little things like fingers, but I've been definitely quite lucky. I think Hawkson was one of my scariest moments where obviously I was knocked out for a bit, and I was lucky to obviously still be here after that one.
They're scary ones, aren't they, old?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're scary ones. What is there any other sports you like, Brad, or even like doing? Any other sports that you're into?
I like watching boxing.
Yeah.
Definitely boxing's one of the ones sort of like what I'm into. I know a lot of people think because I get bored easy, but I used to play golf a lot.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people probably wouldn't think me as a golfer, but it kind of chilled us out.
Did it?
and I used to play golf quite a bit. And as I say, it used to chill us out more. Where you'd think it would turn us the other way around if I missed a shot or something.
Yeah.
You'd snap the stick. The
I was
club
going to say,
something. But
I was
nah,
pissed with you.
I used to like golf, to be fair, and
That's
obviously
it,
I'm
actually.
into me cycling as well.
Yeah, is that one of the things you did always for the fitness
On the
side of
fitness,
things?
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Is that better to do? Because it's like, say, the running is quite hard on your knees sometimes, things like that. Is that better to do the cycling, not so impact?
I used to do running probably more than I did cycling.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did a lot of running, obviously every kind of day in the gym. I used to do like 2 minutes flat out on treadmill or as fast as I could, then back down, and just to get my heart rate back up and down.
Yeah.
I used to do that a lot, but obviously cycling, I used to go for quite a long way, and then obviously I backed that down, went shorter, like 30 mile, and tried to go faster than going a long distance.
Okay. Did that help more then? Did it doing the
But
faster but shorter?
it worked on me. It could work obviously different on other people,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it
Oh, that's
definitely worked on
interesting.
me. I was working on trying to get my heart rate up more than obviously just chilling out and going a long distance.
The banter's coming out of the lads. Brian's put, if only drinking was a sport.
Would I win that one then?
Josh has said, I remember playing golf with you, so it sounds like that was fun.
He must have remembered us winning them then.
Everyone's still buzzing for the Fox Hill this year. Look, Ando for the win again. Everyone's on the vets for the thing there. Everyone's really enjoying that event, aren't they?
As I say, I think it's going to get bigger and better. Hopefully the weather's on the side again. And, as I say, all the spectators come back and we can put a good show on again.
I get the whole shot, but you'd win the long game. Peak too early, do you, Brian? Obviously, being multi-British champion, Brad, that must be pretty special to you because we know you're a proper Brit.
Well, that's what we always kind of work to, don't we? When we're younger, we always want to try and be that British champion. And when my first British championship came, obviously I was over the moon with, and to win it again was difficult. But because I won it, then I missed a year because Bobby Chef and that was going well. We're having good battles, and then the year after, I won it again. So it was good to win it the second time. I just missed out on it again, third time. But as I say, I went to Australia for a year and missed that year, obviously in Britain.
What was that experience like? I think I mentioned it to you in the message. What was that like? That experience in Australia then?
I'm glad I did it because it was an experience. The teams over there are like factory teams. They have all the big rigs, like the main ones like Honda, Yamaha, and Kawasaki. They have like two good riders on of each one, and it was a good definitely a good experience. We maybe should have stopped there in maybe another year, but Mrs. was pregnant and we had to come back and have a little lad here because it was out there. It cost too much money because it's not like over here where you can go in. You have to pay something like £10,000 or something to obviously have a child out there. But the experience in itself was mega. To be fair, I did a few races beforehand. Obviously, previous years, like one-off round, and I did really well there. That's how I got kind of picked up off the big team, and as I say, I enjoyed it.
I'm sure I remember Billy McKenzie went out there as well, didn't he?
Yeah, Billy was there kind of first. He was there for a few years.
Yeah, I remember.
And as I say, when I was out there, we went over and met him in Byron Bay. Billy had no shoes on and all that time, and we were thinking, what's he doing? But you know what Billy McKenzie's like, he's crackers. So he opened our eyes anyway. But now there was some nice spots in. Obviously, we got to go all over when we did go to Australian. I quite like Perth. Was quite nice.
Yeah, that was a proper experience, and that was a good life experience as well. Harry Ford's just put, is Brad racing 2 groups again this year, or just the team race? Gavry's talking about the vets.
Well, I said to Dave,
Mm.
I wanted to race against Mike Brown and Never Badge on the 125 group. So that's my goal. If they're definitely doing that, I want to race against that, because everyone was talking about the 125 race. It's just as much as the main race. So it'll be nice to try and mix it with them two in that 125s.
Yeah, it was. I think everyone still loves the 125 2-stroke noise. It's when we have a full group of them at the reunion as well, that is one of my favorite groups to watch.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Oh, so good. That Honda that Brown was on as well. That sounded
nice. Steve, obviously,
I think
Steve did that.
Is that Steve Cliffrose as well, was it? Yeah, did he do it as well?
And Steve just sent one to Clark, you know, who we on about, my friend. So that'll be the bike that I'd be I've already spoke to Clark, and that would be the bike that Steve would do for us, like clean it up and get it ready for, obviously, Fox Hills if I was doing it.
Clark Davidson, that's it. Clark Davidson, yeah. What's he saying? Where's his saying? Yous have talked about money. Can you remind Brad that he still owes me a £5 from the Christmas curry? Luckily for Brad, his memory's not very good.
I think what happened was Wes booked it, and then I think it come to the bill and everyone walked out.
That's brilliant. You won't forget that, will he?
Yeah.
This is a good question, actually. Dan Merrifield here just put, Brad, your picks for this year's champions in the British Championship and the MXGP. Ooh.
GP. It's been fantastic to watch. I have to say that. I'd have to go with my Mount Hurlins, because he's outstanding. That second race there, I don't know if I've spoiled it for anyone, but that second race was his old self. He got the bullet between them, didn't he? And got where he had to win the overall. It was fantastic to watch. With MX2, you would like to see Jago Gertz, but you never know with him, do you?
No, he's very he's either checked out or
or you could crash a lot. But I would definitely say, obviously, him and Hurlins. And for the British, it's a tough one. This one as well in MX1. Tommy was going well, wasn't he? But I don't know. It's a mixture. It's a mixture, isn't it? Because that first round, I think's been wet. It's going to be hard to get them points back now for Tommy. Koulas obviously winning them too. He's shown good speed, and it'll be hard to get the points back on him now.
Yeah, I see. I think Muse come through the pack a couple of times when he had a bad start, so he obviously looks on the pace as well. So
he's obviously going to be there, and Josh, he'll probably be there. Cause Thorpe always puts a good bike together, doesn't he, with them Hondas? Yes. So them boys can't be far away. And MX2, I think it's quite open, isn't it, for the British? I don't know if Gifton will be doing all of them, is he? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. He literally turned up at the last minute, didn't he? I think he got that team two days before, or something I read.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's doing them all, but as I say, it's quite open this year.
Yeah, it's looking that'll be exciting, won't it? It looks like it's going to be a new winner and all that.
Yeah.
What's Cal Wright? It's got Cal Wright ears, put the rest of us old and slow, and Brad still smashing it.
What can I say to that one? Well, age is just a number. I know we're getting older, but I still obviously like to ride, and it's in my blood. I still, when I go racing, I still want to win as much as I ever did. So, as I say, I've just calmed down a little bit. I don't want to bulldoze through riders as much these days.
I'm sure they'll be relieved about that. That's Ian Pellin here. He said that buzzing to see Brad race against Nevin Brownie in the 125s. I think I think quite a few people will be excited to see you in the 125 class at Fox Hill for sure. That'd be really good.
I've always said to Steve, look, Steve, because he's always said to me, "Oh, come on, Brad, try this 125." He always wanted us to try this 125, and I was like, "Steve, I'll blow it up. I know what I'm like. I'll end up blowing it up." But he says, "I'll not." So I'm going to give it a go anyway. If them lads are riding, I think it'll be fantastic watch. Like,
yeah, it will be 100%. This is a longer one I got to read here from Clyde Hartwell. He did all the BSMA as well. He's going to be at the reunion. He's put, "Hey Brad, God, back in the schoolboy days, you rode so scruffy elbows down and had your own style that suited you to a T, and you so made it work well. My biggest memory of you was Coventry National. Was that? I remember that Long Buckby National Track. He was on the ARD Yamaha with Danny Ludgate. Is that? In the afternoon, I was stood talking to Brian from Dirt Wheels, and you slagged me to my face about my dirty, oily nails. Laugh out loud. Always stuck with me, that did, and known you for years, and I've always given Ando the shout to do well." All the stories come out.
Well, I'm just kind of a person who, if I've got something that you say, I'd say it. He must have had dirty nails for me to say that.
Just come out of it, yeah.
But you speak how I find, but that was nice of him. That ERW, blooming hell, them of the days back on the Yamaha and stuff. Jesus, there's that many rides going then. And nowadays it's so hard. You know, I don't know if that's because it's getting harder everywhere else, but as I say, back in the day, they were easier to get rides than they are now.
Got Damon here. He's put, "One of the nicest and truest gents out there. Was an absolute pleasure to race Brad in the EMX 300 series. Legend."
Yeah, it was. As I say, if anyone has a two-stroke, and I would definitely recommend them to have a go at the 2T. It's called now on the Europeans. It's a fantastic event, and it's at the GP itself. So if you can get up on that roster, it's just like the GP guys, or you feel as though you're like one of them. You know what I mean? So it's as I say, it's a fantastic event. And as he said there, he enjoyed it as well. So that's one of them on the top there. That was at Sweden, I think that one was. Still got the trophy.
Beautiful.
It's in Great Britain. Look, you can't beat that. Your home one.
I can't be that, mate. Matley Basin, beautiful.
Exactly.
It's got to feel pretty special, Brad.
Some good times, I tell you. Some good memories.
Yeah.
There's that many. It's hard, as you say, when people ask us, it's hard to say which one's your best. You know, you've got a lot.
All the fans don't forget any of these fine details, and you're like,
Sometimes it's good to hear them though, then it does bring it back. You know what I mean? Like you forget about them, and then when they say stuff, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, forgot about that one."
Reg Owen has just put, "Hi Brad, will you be at Farley again this year? It was great to watch you last year."
Yeah, I'll probably be at Farley. I enjoyed that race as well. It's quite a good race. So see, I like all the war bike races, and Farley's a good track. I enjoy that. That doesn't look like me. It's too good of a style, doesn't it? That picture. No, but I definitely enjoyed it as well. Steve has the bikes down to a T, and no, I'll definitely be there.
Yeah, he has the engines down, Mr. Cliffrow, for sure. This is a cool picture. Do you? That was
in America. Oh, is that St. John?
Yeah,
I think that was definitely America.
I think it was. Yeah,
that was Colorado. That was good times. Kept that kit as well. Got it framed. I always keep kit and helmets. Yeah.
Ah, nice.
I've just got me 2009 winning bike back, one of my friends had it and was keeping it for us, and then it was in the garage, and then one of his other friends started to ride it, and I was a bit gutted at the time, but I bought it back off him, and it's going to be restored back to what it was like.
Ah, nice.
So
Like
I might that might be shown around once I get it finished.
yeah, maybe bring it down to the vets or something to show you.
That was in America.
Mm.
That was the American team, English obviously riders. Me, Kurt, and Brian Whaler. That was a good event as well. I think they called that World. Was it the World Vets?
Yeah,
they
World
called
Vets,
that.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a good meeting. I would like to do that again.
But that was a good experience.
Battling with Brownie. They were on modern bikes though. Mike Brown and who was the other one? I think it was Alessi. Mike Alessi.
Yeah, I got to speak to him as well.
So,
he's a cool guy. Here we go. Is that Frizzy, is it?
Yeah.
I remember storming the podium with your mum at the lads to see you on the top step at Matley. Love it.
I think at one point I didn't think they were letting people go up the podium, and I think my mum badged the bloke out the way and says we are going up there. That's a good one that Frizzy pointed out. These are my friends from over the northeast. Good memories though, them.
Yeah, special ones. You won't forget them ones. Bat Daddy has just put Brad was awesome on a 2-stroke. What was his thoughts on the 2 versus the 4-stroke? I'm assuming that's what I think he means.
Well, I always liked my 2-strokes. That's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
And then I thought to myself, right, I want life a little bit easier. So last year, obviously, I went on the 450 Honda and thought it was a lot easier to ride. Because when I come to some of the club meetings, it was hard when I wasn't getting out the gate against the 450s. So I thought I'll get a 450. But as I say, that's me young lad. As I say, I'm getting the 2-stroke back now. Because as I say, it stops with us. I had to get a 2-stroke back, and just the sound of them. And I think a lot of people's going back on the 2-strokes now. You see a lot more at these meetings, and even at the meetings that all the meetings. There's a lot more 2-strokes now, which is good.
Josh, I'll never live it down, will you? What's Stuart saying? I was in bed. That's a good shout. What do you, Harry's just put? What do you think of Kickstart Kenny being on the RM again, Brad? How do you think he will do outdoors? Is he riding outdoors? I don't know if he's riding outdoors or not. I don't know.
I'm not sure what I think. I used to be a Kenny fan. I honestly, when he had that crash and he came back, I admired him. Do you know what I mean? For what he done, because that would take some doing. And I always thought he was definitely going to be the boy. But I don't know what happened there with him and Honda. Because I thought he rode that Honda well. I just think the Suzuki's a bit fat behind other people. You know. But it was good to see him win on it.
It was, yeah.
You know?
I think everyone enjoyed that one, didn't they?
Because he should be up that sharp end. But no, it was good to see him win that one.
Yeah, I did watch the Cardiff with him on the Honda last year. I know it was obviously wasn't the factory Honda, but yeah, it was a strange one, wasn't it? They were sort of saying it was because about the World Supercross, wasn't it? They didn't want him to ride it or something like that, wasn't it? It was all that
well, I think he had that much pressure and all, maybe. Now I think he's enjoying it more now.
Yeah, but I think could be right there. Because was it three EMX titles you won?
Yeah, three.
Yeah. So that's special as well, isn't it?
As I say, it's fantastic. There's only one round this year now. They've backed them down. It's at Czech, Lockett.
Oh yeah.
So there's one round. They did one round of the 2T, which is the 2-stroke, and they're doing one round of the Open, I think, at Lommel. So,
I wonder why they've cut that down then.
because I think they're trying to get more riders. I think in the bigger group, you know, instead
Try
of
and fill the gate out a bit. Yeah.
because with these, if they're local, like say a London and stuff, you always used to get a full lineup and stuff. But when they go to Turkey and stuff like that, there wasn't very many because people couldn't afford it. It was expensive to get your bikes there, and you had to ship them there and stuff. So it made it difficult for the riders to obviously get there.
Do you always like it when you're like on the, the front of the magazines and on the front of the papers and that? Is that always cool for you?
Yeah, every time I used to frame them. So every one I've got a framed. Framed all my shirts off every year. Framed all my TMXs, my DBRs. So I've definitely kept all them. Yeah, it's really cool to have them and obviously show people, because it's they went off the scene for a bit, haven't they? I think they're coming back again now.
Yeah, I see that. I think they are coming back again. I see that. Yeah,
Hopefully.
That's good news as well, because all our results, even as kids growing up, wasn't it? All of my cut-ins are out of there, and all your headlines and all those.
Oh, you always used to have to take them out, didn't you? It was It was a buzz if you did get in, especially when you're younger.
Yes.
You know, and then when you do get a front cover, it's like you're buzzing, and you know. But no, it was definitely nice to get in and then show everyone, wasn't it? Once you were in there.
Yeah, I loved it. I kept all that. It's really nice to keep. Like I say, when
nice.
you said you framed it and all that. What was that? I'm just checking when you was on the Kawasaki. What was that bike like, Brad? When you was on
the Well, to be fair, it was a nice handling bike.
Yeah.
Just we had teething problems. Like Steve, the boss, he was a real nice bloke. Me and him got on really well. We still do now, Steve James. We still get on, but I had that many breakdowns with it.
Yeah.
I said, look, if it's gonna happen again, I'm gonna have to obviously leave. And it was at Whitby where I was leading, and it let go again. And I just said, Steve, look, I don't want to fall out with you, but we had to part in ways. So it was a bit of a shame, you know, because it didn't seem bad when it was gone, you know, but with us keep on DNF and I just couldn't keep on going. It was getting me down, and obviously it wasn't helping us out. So after that, I was going to run myself, but thought we had a spot, and he called us up and said, look, there's a bike here.
Yeah, I remember that. What was that? Did you enjoy that on the 4P team? That was on the Honda, wasn't it? As well.
Yeah, I was with him for 2 years, and it was, as I say, it was quite good, to be fair. I jumped off that Kawasaki onto the Honda, and still getting good results. I think I finished second that year on Derby. That's at Fox Hills.
Yeah.
Fox Hills, yeah.
What about the PAR team? What was that? Was that a good team?
Yes, that's who I won my championships with. Paul Rowlands. He always gives us we had so many new bikes, it was unreal, because he liked to keep them fresh. And that was a really good team, to be fair. Yeah, I really liked that. That was back in the day. That was the old 450, I think.
Yeah.
That one when it first come out.
See the old silence, it just keeps going on forever.
2 mile long.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. That was
a Bike Sport Yamaha, that.
Bike Sport, yeah, I remember
Bike Sport.
Was that the one where, the old, I don't think didn't Mervyn Anstey rode for them back in the day as well?
That's the one, aye. Gavin Linkscott, aye.
Yes, remember that, yeah. That was cool. Who were the best and worst teammates then? Hopefully they're not on.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say that, because there's been that many, hasn't there? Obviously, because I've been with different teams all the time. There's been that many. I try to get on with all of them, to be fair, because if you don't, it's then a bad atmosphere in the team.
It's awkward,
you know,
yeah.
and you don't want that because once you get that,
Mm.
you start and get down, you know.
Mm.
But probably a cool teammate probably to have was oh, I'm trying to think of his name now. Was in Australia. Ben Townley.
Oh,
He was
Ben
quite
Townley,
cool.
yeah.
He was quite cool.
Is he laid back, is he?
He was a cool rider. Obviously, because he'd been at the top of his level and knew what to do and how to test, and you know, he was quite a good rider, wasn't he? In the day, and he was cool. He couldn't really understand me.
Can he?
He could understand
No
me,
way.
missus, but he couldn't understand me. I think I talked too fast for him.
Did you have to do sign language or something? Did you?
He used to go to Haley, what did he say?
Yeah. What was that? I used to have that problem. I always used to have that problem with the Welsh that we was always racing with. Yeah, Chris Cowley, all them guys. Jesus. And mum and dad used to come over, and I'm like, you have to just nod. You just have to nod well, Brad. Who's been your closest friends around the paddock over the years? And Brad, has there like been some of the riders that you're closer to than others, or
like obviously Nev, like I say, me and Nev got on well with my teammates. We always get on well. And we go out even for a drink together. Do you know what I mean? So that's quite cool. As I say, it's hard to keep close friends, isn't it?
When you're banging,
you know, if you're racing together, it's hard. You know, but you try to be friendly with everyone. You know what I mean? Because it's a small family, isn't it? Motocross, racing, and that you try to be friends with everyone, but it's always a time, isn't it, when it comes to falling out with someone over the racing. But no, as I say, it's hard to say that one.
You're gonna have to pull a few of these at the old vets at the end of the year, Brad.
That's a Canada Heights, that one.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Billy there,
211. Yeah.
Tom, I think, is 24.
Yeah, Churchill,
I think that's Malott behind. Cedric Malott.
Yeah, Cedric Malott,
for Cass. And it's Watley. Dave Willett, number 2.
Is that him, is it?
Aye.
Got a little. He's got a sketchy little number 1 by the side of that. What's he doing there?
That looks like the Ken Hall.
That was it Langrish, wasn't it? Was it Langrish?
I think so. That's Langrish, I think.
Is that Langrish as well? That looks a bit.
Yeah, that's Langrish. Jumping off a drop.
You had some good battles with Watley. I remember that. Another good rider. He's sort of been. I don't know if you spotted that he was like tinkering around a little bit on the old 125 and the AMCA. Yeah,
we still kind of talk to each other.
Yeah,
he was one of me. Obviously, the one I battled with probably when I was for the championships the most. But no, he tried. I think after he went with Roy, he tried a Honda. I think it was a Par Honda actually. And I don't think he gelled on so much with a Honda. It's just rider preference, isn't it? How people gel with stuff.
Yeah, I think. Where did I see him? I saw him at. We had our reunion at Cullum, and then 2 weeks later it was the first round of the AMC, and I saw him there on the 125. And obviously, he still smokes. And it's nice to watch the 125s with the good guys.
As I say, I think a lot of people go back on the 125s. Nim's on the 125. He's on 125. I think he's doing it for a bit of fun, aren't they?
Yeah, good fun.
It's good fun.
Just flat out on it and let her sing and all that. Is that you and Zach, isn't it?
Zach Osborne. I think that it's rather Billy on Malott behind us. I think that might have been that. That might be Canada Heights.
I was going to say that looks like Canada Heights at the top part, maybe, isn't it?
Yeah. We had a good battle at Donington Park. Me and
Osborne, was it?
Osborne. Yeah. Was it Mallory Park? Might have been Mallory Park actually. When the track was there.
I remember they did that. Yeah, I remember when they did that.
We were having a good battle, and Zach can always remember this. He passed us, and then I started shouting at him to go back past him, and then I had like arm pump, and then I hit a bump, and then my throttle went all the way back, and we're coming up to the jump, and I started shouting at him because obviously there was nothing I could do. It was too late, and I had to shout at him to try and let him know that I jumped. That was him.
Yeah, there you go. Little Nick remembers.
And then Zach landed and turned, and I was still up in the air, and Zach was thinking, "What's he doing?"
Jesus.
He was looking up, and I was so lucky I didn't hit him when he turned.
Jesus.
I just jumped over the top of him because that was a scary moment, and me and Zach always talk about that time.
It was a close one, was it? A bit sketchy.
It was a bit sketchy. I went over afterwards and apologised to him. That's one time I apologised and says, "Look, sorry, I got a bit whiskey throttle."
Did that shock him?
Yeah.
Dan's just put Brad should come down and do the Patch Quick Trophy event at Little Silver, or might even be at Whiteway Barton. Did you ever do the Patch Quick Trophy, Brad?
Yes,
a few of them.
I've done it. It's a good event, but one time I came down. I think something had happened to my bike, or went all the way down. And I thought, do all right, Ian. Something must have happened anyway. I come away with nothing, no money, so it was a long way down for nothing.
Yeah,
so it's spoiled it really. So that's the reason why it's hard for us to go down, because it's so far down.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
You know, if you don't come away with nothing, it's difficult.
Hayward. That's one of the biggest trophies I've ever seen. They're the old Patch Quick.
It's a nice one. It is a nice one.
Yeah, it's massive. Adam Pryor, I remember Brad used to shout in the schoolboys.
It wasn't just the schoolboys, it was all the way through.
They knew it was coming.
You have to let them know, don't you?
100%. Yeah, especially when you're doing the old lapping thing. That's annoying, isn't it? Do you have any regrets at all in your career, Brad? Any teams in hindsight, or any teams you could have gone to, didn't, that type of thing?
I don't like what I'm saying, but
yeah,
there's one year where I could have been on Dixon's team.
Yeah.
And I made the mistake of going somewhere else.
Okay.
And it didn't work out for us. No, but you always think after you've made the mistake and it hasn't happened or it hasn't went well, you always think, I should have went there. You know what I mean? So that was maybe one of the times where I should have maybe went with them. But in hindsight,
he's always got professional setups, hasn't he, Steve? And obviously,
yeah.
Was that the Yam? Was it?
Yam, yes. Yeah, it was in the Yams.
Everyone remembers the old Cadbury's Boost ones and all that.
A
few replicas. Yeah, man. There's a few replicas out there, isn't there?
Looks nice. Does look nice.
Any riders that you always used to come together with out there? Is there always that guy? Who's the guy that you always seem to come together with?
I don't know, really. I know when I first moved up into the 125s, they all kind of didn't like us because they all were trying to race, and there was one time at Farley Castle.
Yeah,
I went down the hill and took kind of Dobby out, and then there was Nunny next, and like that was their heyday, and I was going past these in them days, but when I was young, I only lasted a few laps, going quick.
Yeah.
Where these boys were a lot fitter than me, and then Nunny was next, and I think I ended up ripping my front caliper off hitting Nunny, I think it was. But as I say, I was young and daft at the time.
Yeah.
Me and Noble had a good ding dong at Pontwellis that year.
Yeah.
I think it was for second in the championship. I think it was second. And we ended up coming together 3 or 4 times and on the deck, and having to get back up, and it was that time when he obviously won us because Ken de Dyke took us down as well, because he owed us one of Whitby the few weeks before that, where I took him down, and then he got us as well. So
did he?
So we've had it, but we've always got on with it. You know what I mean? We still talk and no bad atmosphere, but I've had some right ding dongs in my past.
I don't know. I was actually on the phone, and funny you said. As soon as you said that, I thought I was actually on the phone to Dobby earlier because he's involved with running the Farley and all that this year. And he's. I don't know if you've seen. He's actually doing the dancing at the moment. He's like
He's doing a what?
doing
Oh,
a
the movie.
dancing thing. Yeah, did you see? He was doing the dancing thing with his missus. Fair play to him.
He's quite good at all stuff, isn't he? Like,
Yeah.
he has his fingers in all pies, I think, which is quite good, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool.
It's good.
I'm going to put you on the spot here with this one. Who would you considered as the 3 best riders you've ever competed against in your career?
Caroli's one of them.
Yeah.
It's obviously Matley 1 year was in MX1 and we were battling for 5th place or 4th place, and it took him like 4 or 5 laps to get past him. He was fuming. That was a good one. Who was the others? I would say it would have to be Townley. Obviously, he was fantastic when we were over there. He was outstanding riding. And I would say maybe Osborne in his day was fantastic on that. When he was riding for Dixon, he was quick and all. But there's so many good riders been in this British.
Jesus. I was going to say, what about British? If I said British as well, so we narrow it down on the Brits.
It was good to ride with Billy McKenzie.
Yeah, always fast, isn't he? Always fast.
You know, he's done well in his future. He did well. Who else was there? Some good riders. There's loads of different ones. There's loads of foreigners what used to come over, wasn't there, as well, to mix it up. And we were like, I wish it was just a British Championship. Go back home.
Exactly, yeah.
Go back home, aye. But now there's loads of riders but I used to like riding against.
The British was probably Sword. He was up there with you, probably, wasn't he? He was always.
Yeah, me and him battled. He was on the CCM at the time. Sword was definitely one of them there.
Linford said, "Was the colour of the bike green? The bike green, Brad? That bad choice."
Not really, no, because I changed Thorpe halfway through with that. Obviously, I give it a shot, and that was obviously because it broke down. It wasn't because it was a bad choice, just because it broke down, that one. As I say, everyone always has a bad year, don't they?
Yeah.
And
what's Brian getting at here? Never forget who you owe one to.
I wonder what he's saying there.
Yeah, who's that then, Brian? Name names.
I
don't know what Stuart's put Villa Poeta for. Is that when he's talking about riders that you've raced against, maybe?
I would say so, yeah. Because he's one of the high level ones, isn't he?
One of the
and it is a good one to ride with.
If you could give any youngster out there, Brad, some advice that wants to go youth and looking to go pro, what would your thoughts be?
Always try to follow your dream, because you never know if you put 100% into it. It could always happen. And don't give up. Always give 100%.
Like you say, people can start lapping each other, and then before you know it, you're
exactly like me and Saudi. No, but as I say, so if it's your dream, always try to follow it and always give 100%. That's all I try to do, and obviously it paid off a little bit, didn't it? When start getting results, you know.
Yeah, you've had an amazing career. I get you now, Brian. He just when you said Ken Diker owed him one, Brad knows you never forget who you owe one to. I get what you're saying now. Is that a black book, Brian? Is it a little black book? Is it? You had to spell the name first, though, Ken Diker.
He's a keyboard warrior, isn't he, Brian?
You'll have to shorten that right out, that one. Oh, yeah. What do you think about the old, just ask you a couple more before we go, mate. I don't want to take too much of your time. What if you had to go on the old electric bikes? Have you had to go on one of them yet?
I haven't yet, no, but there's a place just opened up near me,
Yeah.
not far from here, an
Okay.
indoor thing, and it's got all the different sizes and stuff. So I might head down there with my lad one night and have a blast on it.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Because
good.
it seems quite good, to be fair. Little indoor supercross thing.
Oh, that'd be fun. Did you see? I see that old Tortelli's on. I forgot what the name is now. Is it? Oh, I want to say Var something. What was it? Var ski? I can't remember now.
Electric bike.
Yeah. See, he's sort of fronting it a little bit. I can't remember what it's called.
Is he?
Is it Varga?
Well, probably that will be the future. Probably won't it? Which will be a shame, but it'll not be the same, will it? Because you like to hear the sound, don't you?
Varg, that's it. Varg. Yeah, all you can hear is like the chain or like this like scale electric whizzing noise.
Like a little buzz thing.
Yeah.
That's
it. Yeah, like little scale electrics back in the day. But yeah, I was imagining, because I suppose they got no clutch on, so that must be a bit weird to get used to and sort of.
Well, it'll just be like riding a mountain bike, I would think.
It's strange to start with, wouldn't it? They reckon them batteries. They reckon them batteries now do like same as like a full tank of fuel type of thing. Like so.
It's all coming on, isn't it? Because at first videos didn't last very long at all, did they?
No. Yeah, you should check it out. If you go on, if you find him on social media, Tortelli, he's always on this.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, it's it's good. It looks mint. They reckon the power is absolutely mint as well.
It's like them. They do them electric ones at the TT and that, don't they? The road bikes. They're fantastic. What they can do with that now. But still not the same, is it?
No, it's not. Who was it just wrote that? Someone just said that a good question. What do you? I don't know who that is. I can't see the name. But what do you need to do in the UK to one day get a rider to win the World Championship one day?
It's hard, especially as there's only a few teams left in England. I would say try and get your lad over abroad, because there's more teams over there willing to obviously help you out, and they'll obviously take you all the way if you turn out to be a good rider. All the big teams, because you start off kind of 1-2-5s, Europeans out there, and that's where you need to start to get. Because obviously you can't just stop here like I did in the British, because once you've won that, you need to try and bet yourself, don't you? You know,
definitely.
You need to try and get the Europeans and then get picked up and get to the World Championship.
There you go. Look, Elliot said, "Let's 70 brake horsepower, then Vargs."
70 brake horsepower. That's
they're shifting them things now. Plus, I suppose once they get them the weight down and all that sort of thing with the battery and all that. And
well, what will that be like in deep sand or like Lommel?
That's what I mean. I don't know.
Will that last? Will it be 70 mile an hour?
Imagine a battery change.
Oh, good stuff.
No one would know the race has started.
They'll probably be testing that in all hard pack, won't they, and stuff.
Would imagine so. I haven't seen. I've seen like a bit of coverage, but it looked loose and stuff, and it looked really good. But I'd imagine you must have to get some trust up with it on the jumps.
Definitely have to check that out.
No noise. 5 minutes before recharge. Someone just put. What's Michael Rich just put? Hiya Michael, how's it going? He's just put, do you feel that when you came through the ranks and competed in the under-21 series, then the British qualifiers to get to the British series was a correct way for youth riders to make a mark on their career, and then too many championships nowadays classed as nothing?
Yes, I agree there. I think they did it right way there, but there's too many now federations. That's the trouble. Where it used to be ECU, BSMA, and YMCA. Now you've got NORA, you've got IBM, whatever, ECU, BSMA. You've got like 5 or 6 different ones now, haven't you?
Quite a lot.
And then there's a race meeting on kind of nearly every weekend, where before, I think when there was a British, you didn't even have a club meeting on, I don't think, in them days.
No,
especially ACU. If it was ACU, they definitely wouldn't have one on. But
Yeah.
now you could see they'd have them up and down the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But where he goes, where he's on about qualifiers, I think that's a good idea. And the under 21s used to be a good series in the 4-stroke until they scrapped that.
Good. Yeah, it was good. I remember that. It was stacked as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I don't know if we've got as many riders as we used to.
Maybe, I don't know. And if they are, they're spread between...
Especially like top level. That's what we need. We need more top... We need someone to, like this here, or someone to put it in something to make these younger riders get better, you know, more prepared and stuff, I think.
Because when I was speaking to Dobby, you think 2001 is still he was still our last British world champion. It's like, Jesus.
It's going to be hard.
Years. It's going to be
maybe
hard,
have one or two kids coming up, you know what I mean? But
yeah, fingers crossed.
The trouble is, it's a hard game now, isn't it? Especially in England to get picked up, like I say, and then a lot of the teams now in England just stop here.
Yeah, stop going to the GPs. It'll cost too much money, isn't it? All that.
He's my old pal Andy.
Yeah, he lives in Swindon, so I know Andy well. Same as
I do like his magic.
Yeah,
he's the full magic man.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? I went round. Went with my missus round his house, and he put a full magic shirt, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
He's crazy, isn't he?
It's brilliant.
It's good how he does it, because I always like to try and find out how you do it.
Yeah, doing that, trying to watch.
How did you do that? But
he's doing all the salt for his hands and all that, and I was like,
"He's not sure, yeah."
He's good. No, he won't show you nothing.
He's asked to go on his boat and all. I haven't been on his boat yet. He keeps on asking us.
That's
nice
mega.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I think after the last vets, he sent me a video through with him and Ricky Johnson and Forpey was on there and all that after the vets.
That looked cool, eh?
That's when you want to get on it. That's when you want to get on it, when you're down here for that.
That'd be a good idea.
Get him booked in, Andy.
Andy, get the lads a trip.
Yeah. That's a proper boat as well, that is.
Right.
That is mint, mate.
As long as it doesn't cost us.
No. Is this like a holiday thing after the vets thing, innit, Andy?
Could be.
Take you across the water. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Who's this? Russ. We went out to Switzerland on my own in 2017 to support Brad and watch him win his first EMX title. Best weekend of my life. Plenty of vodka. Was drunk that weekend. Thanks for the memories, mate.
Yeah, he did travel, and he was one of my top supporters, actually, Russ. It was nice for him to come over, and as I say, we won the championship, and we had a few drinks afterwards. It was definitely one to remember, Russ, and appreciate you coming to watch us and support us.
That's brilliant. Oh, come on, Andy. You missed the boat. He's dropping the puns out there. That's it. Lucky Ash is called. Lucky Ash. I just remember.
Lucky Ash.
Lucky Ash. Yeah, it's really cool. Because Andy used to do the old stunt teams and everything. He's done loads of stuff. Yeah, he had the stunt teams.
Oh, the gorilla.
Yeah, he's a proper gorilla at Western. Gorilla. Yeah. I told him to get down the reunion in the gorilla.
It was some outfit, wasn't it?
He loves it. He's absolutely mental. Got a few. I'm just going to put a few pics up before we go. Let's get these pics up. Look, that's the Brad Anderson, isn't it? Get all the.
That was when I was getting ready for the vets, I think it was.
Yeah.
In the World Vets in America. There's the bib behind.
Yeah, I see that. Who did that? Who did that logo? Because that's pretty cool, isn't it? The old
Bulldog.
Bulldog.
I think that was Paul Stoko. You know Mark Stoko's brother. He used to own Push clothing.
Oh yeah.
Smart, he's because he used to work for. He used to be MX here.
Oh, the old backgrounds and all that, and
yeah. I think it was MXM when he was there, and he sorted me logo out then. So that's been going for a long time now. Because we had a bulldog before this one, and his name was Rocky, and we had him quite a long time. And then we didn't have one for 6 years, and then we got another one, which was Rocco. What we've got now.
If I come to your event, will you pay peanuts or bananas? Both.
Hey,
We'll
he's
chuck
a
him out of the
character.
commentary booth.
He's a character, isn't he?
Oh, he's brilliant, mate. He's so fun as well. He's such a nice guy as well. When I had an operation at the time, he come and help me go down to Tom Brown's Motor Extreme and collect a bike with me and everything. He's such a nice guy. Yeah, he's such a nice guy. Yeah, he helped me out big time. Yeah, that was a good one. That was last year. Yeah,
That was it. Yeah.
Can we go one more? Can we go one more, Ando?
We need one more step, don't we?
Sorry, Kurt, but you're not going to be able to be in this one.
I don't think. I think Kurt doesn't like it against younger people. You know.
Yeah, I've sort of got that. Yeah,
because he was Kurt goes well for his age, though. He does go
Jesus
well.
Christ, he's fit as hell, isn't he? See,
Really
he
well.
goes on the old 125 as well, doesn't he? Over in America sometimes. Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, he goes well for his age, but to say, they're three young riders on the one hand.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's a lot of younger riders, isn't there, in that team thing now.
Yeah.
I think it was good with Kurt in that other group that he was in when it was with him, Brian Wheeler, and all that. It was good racing between all them guys. I think that was better with that. Better. That's nice. Beautiful.
It's when we won the championship. It was a good team. That
pipe.
It was some good times with Verdi.
Good setup.
Yeah, we were together quite a long time and all, to be fair. And I seen at the weekend there they won the MX Nationals first and third. That was nice to see.
Yes, they're doing. They've had a good start for this year, then.
Yeah, that's really good. That was on Thorpe's team.
Yes, on the old Honda.
Yeah,
like a bit of swag there. I think
that was old school.
That was
42 there.
Is that Cullum? Is that the old start when it went from the bottom to the top?
Maybe Cullum.
Yeah,
coming up the hill, doesn't it?
Yeah, I see Mail-in. Is that Dobby? Is it or Brian
Tony Marshall?
Yeah, Tony Marshall. Yeah,
I think that's Hooker Bridge there, isn't it? Number 30, I think.
Yep, Hooker Bridge. Yeah, so that means Swordy's probably on the other one or Church.
Yeah, it's a good lineup.
Bloody good lineup. Yeah, that was stacked, wasn't it? I used to love watching the 125 British Championship then.
Yeah.
Especially when Brown come over as well and the Cat Honda and all that. That was cool.
They look nice, didn't they, in the day?
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they?
They look nice.
They did look nice.
Axel Kid. Hawkston. That must have been the international, that one, I would say.
Yeah, there's a few. Is Olsen and is that Beaton, is it?
Beaton. That's when me and Beaton come together.
Was it?
Me and Beaton. There's Keith Olsen. Me and Beaton, that's how I had my crash. It was just a little crash, but I think he knocked my front end. That was back in the day. Planet KTM. That was when Nev came over. We were teammates then. That was at the Isle of Wight.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah,
that was a hell of a
good
track
for a couple of years, wasn't it? Everyone loved it, didn't they? I remember.
Mega track.
Yeah.
I rode that a few times. It was a really good track.
What happened to that then? What happened to that in the end then?
I don't know. It's a shame because it was one of the best tracks going, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just remember all the riders.
I think because of the ferry situation, wasn't it? I think.
Is that what it was? Yeah, that was a bit of a pain in the ass, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Someone's just put on here on YouTube, seen Ando racing at Desert Martin in 2008. Do you like Desert Martin? That was spectacular.
That was another track when I was a kid. I used to, the facility was mega and the track was good, but I used to struggle with results. And then once I had my first win there, it all changed and I started getting good results there for some reason. But now it was a real fast, I used to like it, and rough track. Definitely GP track.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's like the whole setup. As soon as you sort of see it, when it was like mega. Andy, keep praising me. It's good for my PR. I might mention Man with a Van then.
Yeah.
He loves the Man with a Van. Jack just put, what did you like most about racing in Australia?
Just that the tracks and everything was different.
Mm,
The tracks weren't brilliant to
weren't
not they weren't as good as over here because they put them out with tyres, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was one in Perth, deep sand, which was really good, but some of the tracks weren't the best. But as I say, scenery and everything going to Australia was nice. You know, totally different than what I'm used to because I live out in the country and I was based in Melbourne, so it was definitely different, busy. What I liked out in Australia was a lot of cycling.
Was that?
Because where I was in Melbourne,
Yeah.
I used to just go down the beach, and then from the beach you could go all the way along, for miles and miles. It was, and people used to race, like get in a group and race along there and stuff, which was cool for training wise.
Mm. Who did you? So you said you was teammate was Townley, wasn't it, out there? Did he do the? Did he do cycling with you? Did you do that as together?
No, I didn't do much training with him.
No.
Not at all, really. To be fair, there was another lad who was our teammate and all, because it was only meant me and this other, Ford Dale, his name was. He was another good rider. It was only meant to me and him, and then Honda drafted obviously Townley in. Then halfway through the season, Townley was winning everyone. It was hard to keep up with him. He was meant to go on for Chad Reed because Chad Reed got hurt.
Oh yeah.
He was meant to take his ride.
Yeah.
And he was going to finish. Townley was going to finish the last race because we had the championship this weekend. So he was going to finish that weekend and then go to Chad Reed's. And then he ended up hurting himself in that race and never ever got to ride for Chad Reed. So I think that was a bad moment for him. Because it was just G'd up to go there, sorted it all out, ready to go, and he ended up hurting himself before he went.
Yeah, that's a bummer, that one.
That was a good one. Western.
What do you think of the old beach race then? Did you like that or not? Or?
Well, every time I've done it, nearly, there's probably once or twice where I've broke down or something, but I've always been in the top 3 there.
Yeah.
I can remember one famous time. There was me, Ebbett, and Niter on the podium.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Who else was there on one? There was all good riders. Like it was a good one. That I used to like doing it, but hockey wouldn't give start money, so that's when I stopped it.
Nice.
Because it used to cost a lot of money to even prepare your bike, you know.
Yeah, Jesus, and it wrecks them as well, doesn't it?
But it's definitely a good meeting.
Mm.
It's just a shame that he doesn't share some start money out instead of one person.
Would you actually do that again?
I would do it again, yes. I didn't matter. See, stuff like that I enjoy. You know, but it has to be the right circumstances. That's me and Saudi, I think, there at Fox Hills battling. That was a good race, that.
Yes, I can see you boys hanging it out.
We had a good ride, ding dong.
That's what I was going to ask you as well. What did you think of the layout? Because obviously they literally went right back to the full lot when they did the vets for last year gone. They literally put everything back up the old side of that Fox Hill and then down and all the hills in. Did that because it's been a while, isn't it, since it's been like that?
I think every time we go, it changes though. They always put one hill on, not the other. So it's hard to, when you go there, remember what they're going to be running. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they don't run one hill, then they run the back bit, then back down, and so it's. But there's some bits what was quite nice. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to do anything more with it, isn't it? To be fair, than what they did with it.
Yeah, did it run when you raced it this time? Did it flow all right? What was that like?
It flowed nice. It flowed nice. The only bits which was difficult was where I passed, obviously, riding down that hill into that like tight corner. When you're coming down that hill, it's so tight to turn down the bottom of there. You have to literally try and stop the turn. You know what I mean? That's the only awkward bit on the track, really. There, but other than that, it was nice.
What's he put here? Sam Fender is the second most famous guy from Newcastle in my book. I'm not sure who wrote that, but does that mean anything to you?
No.
Someone's on the wind up as well. That's
Fox Hills again.
Got quite a few Fox Hills.
Me probably looking behind someone.
What's that one there? That's a good picture.
That one's a good one. That's Andrew McFarlane and Saudi. Myself on Planet KTM. That was Scott Gardner's team, Planet.
That was good days as well. That was good racing days, wasn't it?
That might be Duns, that I think, in Scotland.
Oh, was it?
I think so.
What was that like? Never been up there.
Oh, it's a good track. Real good track, yeah. It's a shame, obviously, what's happened there, but yeah, it's a shame. They should run a British backup this way, though. Canada Heights.
It's another whole shot.
There's Simpson and Porcel, Tom Church.
Yeah.
There's,
that's the old few sneaky foreigners coming in.
Yeah. You always had a different one popping up now and again.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. I remember always doing that. Because I think back in the day, I remember I was having an interview with, I don't know if it was Kurt Nichol or someone. They used to complain back then and say, like, when Billy Lowells and a few of them guys used to try to come over and do them, they'd be like proper like kicking off if they come over. Like,
is that what is? Did they kick off because it interrupted their championship?
Yeah, type of thing. Yeah. So they were all doing that. Yeah, I remember talking to.
I didn't mind it, me. To be fair, I didn't mind it because sometimes he could get in between you, sometimes he could beat you. You know what I mean? And then you try harder.
Good competition, wasn't it? Yeah, good.
That was because, of course, Gilbert won us on the championship for them ex-nationals. I think went down to the last race. I think.
Had some good races with him.
Yeah, real good rider. He's good talent and all. He's good. He's a nice kid, to be fair.
Is actually his dad's coming down to the reunion as well to ride?
Is he? That would be interesting to watch.
Yeah, be good. Yeah, good.
I think that's at Matcham's Park.
Oh yeah. So that was a shame as well, wasn't it? Because that was a big.
That was a good track. That was a GP track, wasn't it? That was on for M-Ball. That was a 250. That one.
Yeah. What was that like?
Long exhaust, okay.
Yeah. See, it was like was it? Because it was all yellow setup and all that on the old yellow.
Yeah, Pioneer.
Pioneer. Was that by good? Was it?
I moved off the 125 onto that, see, because that's when everyone was starting going 250s.
2-stroke, 4-stroke. Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't too bad. I think I was finishing third and fourth, so it wasn't too bad.
Beautiful.
That was a good one, wasn't it? There, look, you've got Swan and Paul and Bobryshev. And there's me. They're one factory bikes, and there's me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? In the middle.
It's beauty, you know.
They were on Cassandra then. Dugan and Krestenov.
Yeah.
That was at their mixed nationals.
Remember Krestenov?
Red Bull.
He was always overall. He was in the British all the time, wasn't he, Krestenov?
Yeah. He just went back about 3 years ago, didn't he? Back.
Yeah, I did a written interview with him. He seemed alright.
He's a nice lad. That was for Thorpe. Aye.
Is that Thorpe as well?
Thorpe, aye. Back on. I don't know where that is. That's for Pioneer. That was Verdi.
Is that Germany?
That's at
the German one. That's it. Touching. That's it. I'm not going to try and spell it.
Don't
T, and
explain
then
that.
no, it's like starts with T, and then there's just loads of words or loads of letters all smashed together.
That's a good track, mind. Touching Town.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I like that. I like
Real
that.
good track.
So what's that big massive? There's that big massive mound. Was it? Who's it come off there? Was it Geyser? Come off there?
Tomac, wasn't it?
Tomac. Was it Tomac?
Tomac.
Was it?
Yeah, you know when Nations was there.
That's it. Yes. Launched
That
it,
was
yeah.
that was on Embo's bike. That was a nice looking bike, purple and
Yeah, with the purple
white.
hubs. Isn't it?
He always did
Nice.
a nice bike, Roy.
Proper job, isn't it?
That bike was fast. That was a good one. That was a good one. I think that was in America.
Was that the Vets one that you did?
Yeah, my old man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Replenishing the quest.
I think that was I wonder if that's when I won. Good times. Good times, man.
It's good, man.
There's that'll be at Farley.
What was that Honda like? Is that a 250, is it?
250, yeah. 250. I wonder who's, I think that was Hasport's bike, I think.
Oh, was it?
I think so.
Was that good?
Wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad bike.
I think I got a picture of.
Was it? That's Steve's. I'm trying to think.
Very nice. Can't get that dirty, can you? Surely.
The one must have been number 60.
Yeah, that's not good, is it? I just saw that. There we go. We'll finish the photos. Look with the old
famous one.
Famous one-handers. Everyone liked that picture. I noticed online.
Someone gonna have to do something again, aren't we? If something happens again like that.
Yeah.
It's good to see that though.
It is, mate. Yeah.
It was good that someone got the picture. To be fair.
Yeah, it's good, wasn't it?
Because I didn't expect it to be.
Got it bang on as well.
To be that big,
I wonder who did that. I can't remember seeing it.
I don't know because there's a few people come up with it, hasn't there? And I don't know who's.
Surely someone's got to lay claim on that one.
I think it's Ian. Was it someone called Ian? I think.
Oh, was it?
I think.
Is that Ian Pellin? I wonder if that's Ian Pellin.
Could be. Could be.
Might be. I'll speak to him later and find out about if that's true. Brad, I appreciate your time, buddy. We really appreciate that. Good couple of hours. It flies by, doesn't it?
No, thanks for having us. I've enjoyed it.
Wow. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much.
Hopefully speak again. Maybe next time, and hopefully we've wrapped it up.
Yes. Hopefully you have. I'll catch up with you. Hopefully, probably at Fox Hill, I expect, in August. I expect.
Come round, and if anyone wants to come and have a chat, then more than welcome. Come round and have a chat.
Beautiful, top man. Appreciate that, Brad. Thanks for coming on, mate. Really appreciate it.
Speak later. Bye.
Cheers, Brad. Thanks, mate. Bye. What a legend. Great to get Brad Anderson on. That was good fun. Getting emails then off of StreamYard there where I'm actually on. Thanks for coming on, everyone. Look at that. I was just about to say then, just before I was about to go off, there was 60 left on there, and I thought even there was 60 on there, the number 60. Thanks, Reg. Hope you're good, buddy. Let me know about the reunion then. I know you said you had 1 day at the moment, but thanks for coming on, Brian. Thanks for the banter as well. Good lad, isn't he? Yeah, that was cool last year at the Fox Hill because I was literally wandering around the pits with on a live video on my phone in my group, and I literally spotted Brad, and I sort of got eye contact with him, and he was like, and I come over and I went, "Oh, Brad," and he was sound. Yeah, very good crack. Thank you very much, whoever wrote that. Not sure who that is, but thanks for all coming on. Hello, man. All safe and sound in Liverpool. Dropped her off at Chippenham this morning. No problem, Wes. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Hope you're good. Check out Wes's 90s Super Evo page and group in it, Wes, and obviously Instagram and all that as well. And he's got a really cool setup on there. I like his group as well. Thanks, Scott, for coming on, mate. Thank you, and you, Dan. Definitely the British Bulldog, isn't he? I love the fact that all the American boys, Villapoto and even Brown, saying they're going to go back and prep even more for the vets this year. I think it's getting a little bit more serious for the end of this year, isn't it? And obviously you got the Farley one as well. There's a lot of the guys coming over. I think Dave's already confirmed Mike LaRocco. I noticed. I thought that'd be cool to meet him and selfie with Mike LaRocco. Hello, Princess Jackie. Mwah. Just realised my beard's getting really wide, isn't it? Looks like my face is expanded. Well, my mum tells me off and says it needs to be shorter, or not Lainey. She's already done that already. So yeah, I have got some cool other news as well to say later on. I don't know what I'm allowed to say yet, so I'll maybe leave it for a post, but hopefully I'll be able to say anyway. But yeah, that was super cool, weren't they? Those videos I showed you at the start, crazy, absolutely nuts. Mitch Payton just dropping the reunion and your name. It's like, whoever thought that would happen in your lifetime? Not me. Yeah, cheers, Mike. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for all your questions as well, guys. I've done some swatting and had loads of questions, but if you guys have got the same questions or anything, I always quote you guys if I can. To my man Dewey, hope you're all right, buddy, and best of luck to my man here who's having his second operation tomorrow. Bless him, he fell off a ladder. I would like to say that he wrestled with a great white shark on the barrier reef, but it wasn't. It was the ladder. All the racing them boys did all their lives, falling off the ladder. Bloody hell. But all the best to him. I know he's having his surgery tomorrow, so hopefully that all goes well. Much love to you, my friend, and hopefully you'll be on the full road to recovery then. So fingers crossed for you in the morning. Hopefully it all goes well, and when you're feeling a bit better in the afternoon, hopefully you can give us a message and let us know you're all right. That'd be good, Med. Hope you're good. Much love to you for tomorrow. Top man. Bless her. Pleasure's all mine, my friend. Top guy Dewey is. Hopefully when he gets all healed up, be able to come up and maybe come and take in an Ipswich meeting and see him in Low and all that would be really cool. Maybe wrap me up in some of that memorabilia and I'll kip in there at the night time, Dewey. That'll do me. Tell Lowell to get all the memorabilia out and I'll use that as a little sleeping bag. Cheers, Russ. Ando was spot on. I knew we'd have a good crack with him, and I knew some of his mates would come on and have a bit of banter as well. Was good. I should get him on again, and I'm sure I'll check him up for the old live as well when I go to Fox Hill, wandering around. A little bit of a 4-day jaunt that is. Jesus, the old legs and foot were gone after that. The old age creeping in there. But yeah, like I said, any of you guys want to get booked in for our Fathead Racing and DLT van conversions, Motocross and Spear Memories Reunion 3, let me know. Can I whip that picture up on there? Can I? Did I put any pictures on here? There's one with me dad in the background anyway. So yeah, get involved. I think I've got groups wise, novice one is full. Is juniors full? That's full of 44. I think might have one juniors left, but I'll double check that before I commit to that. But I think we may have one position left, maybe, possibly. Also, novice 2 is also nearly full as well. I think we've got about 8 left in that. Still got some room in Inters, which is on any bike. Got room in MX 1 and 2 that's going to be together, which would be quite interesting to see the MX 1 and good MX 2 guys together. So be scored separately but be together, so that'd be interesting racing, a bit like the old super final days and all that they used to do. What else? Yeah, we've also got the Evo and Super Evo classes. Get at me if you want to get in that. 125 class is one of my favourites as well, so get yourselves into that. That'd be cool. We can get a full lineup of 125s again, like we did in April. It was mega. And we've got the 250 500 Evo Super Evo class as well. So get involved. Should we watch that again?
All right, just a shout out for Lee Ashby. He's doing a Speedway motocross reunion in April in England. Make sure you get your tickets.
Mitch Payton just dropping. There's my man as well, Leon Day. This man has got fitness in ready for this season. I see he picked up a couple of wins the weekend. Actually, I also want to give a get well soon to Darren King as well, our vets champion from last year's reunion too. Unfortunately, he's hurt his shoulder recently, which is an absolute bummer because he's literally just come back from knee surgery, just recovered and been riding again. So that's a bummer for him. He's actually give his place to his mate is actually coming now as well, but he's coming down to take the reunion and we'll get him on the commentary and have a chat with him. So that's a shame that Darren won't be riding, but he's still coming down for the weekend and getting involved. So hopefully we can get him up on the commentary and have a chat with him anyway. So speedy recovery as well to Darren King as well. Yeah, and hopefully we don't get any more injuries coming up for these guys before they go to the reunion. Hopefully not. Hopefully all stay on two wheels, as it were. But yeah, I will speak to you all soon. Hopefully have some exciting news, not actually about the reunion though, but hopefully I'll have some exciting news to share with you guys. And hopefully you guys will get behind me. Oh, is there any space in the Mr. Kipling group? Oh, Adam's referring to a nickname I used to joke with the guys at work. They were like, "What's your nickname at motocross?" Obviously, it was funny. Did that Mr. Kipling, and they were all like, looked at me blank, and I went, "Because I'm exceedingly good." Crap banter as per normal. Got a few of them. Right, yeah, so I will speak to you all soon anyway. Oh, so yeah, so obviously you did this tonight. Tomorrow night I've got going to be with Aussie Speedway star Mr. Sam Masters, so we look forward to that. He's just had his testimonial at Wolverhampton Wolves yesterday, Sunday, so that went really well. I saw that. I think Jason Doyle won his testimonial on the end. I was just trying to think who else was on the roster, but I definitely see just Jason Doyle won it. And yeah, I'm getting down to Oxford Speedway this week as well, who Sam Masters is racing for Wolves in the top league and Oxford in the second league, in the second tier of British Speedway. Going down there this Wednesday night as well to Oxford. Fingers crossed the weather stays. And there's got a Swindon Select Sider coming out for one night. And Jason Doyle's going to ride for Swindon Robbins, and I think there's Sedgman, Adam Ellis, to say a few names off the top of my head for Swindon. So Sam Masters, I should be doing his interview tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time, and then obviously, hopefully watching him live on the Wednesday. Will be cool. Then I'll be at Swindon at the Wednesday night, and then Thursday night I'm doing a proper Speedway legend in Mr. Peter Collins, who's one of the most successful British riders of all time, MBE as well. Peter Collins. He said he was going to do an interview with me once his book had come out, because I spoke to him about a year or so ago on the phone. And yeah, I spoke to him the other day. That was cool. And yeah, he's going to do one on Thursday, 7 p.m. UK time this Thursday. So we're getting 3 in the bag this weekend. So getting a few in, and hopefully I'll be able to show you some more news soon on a post and online soon. So thanks everyone that come on tonight. Thank you for your questions. I will leave it with the old man. There you go, Mr. Ashby there, the old Ashby Ashby Swindon Speedway old levers that everyone remembers, Dad and Martin. And I will always quote my dad as well, that he always used to tell me before he went, bless him, he would always say, it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Let's try and go with that, eh? Good night and God bless all. Thank you very much for coming on. See you all soon. I shall share this recording out there tomorrow. So if anyone missed it tonight or any friends or family or whatever, I'll share it out there tomorrow night. I'll be recorded. And then you can catch it anytime on my YouTube. Make sure you subscribe on there. It's free to subscribe on my YouTube channel, Motocross and Speedway Memories. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook group, Facebook page. Nearly 11,000 in my Facebook group, which is really cool. So any of you can click on the invite button in the old Motocross and Speedway Memories Facebook group. That'd be much appreciated. You can invite as many of your family and friends as you want that are into Speedway and Motocross. That would be cool. And hopefully go over the 11,000 barrier in the group soon. It'd be really good. The Facebook page actually got deleted once for some reason, randomly. And then I had to start that one again. So I think there's about 2,500 getting towards 3,000 on the Facebook page. I had to restart. That was a bummer because there was a few thousand on there. Bit of a bummer, but yeah, restarted that one. And like I said, I'm on Instagram. But yeah, if you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, that'd be cool. All of my interviews that I've done in the last 2 or 3 years are on there, even back to when I did this, because I did hundreds of written ones online and just posted them up in the group. Then I went to the Skype around the time everyone was using Skype and Zoom and all that for when the pandemic and all that, when I first sort of proper started it on here, and then obviously went into the live ones, thanks to my man Adam Winslet on here. He's done some cracking interviews as well, by the way. What's your YouTube? What's your YouTube, Adam? What is your YouTube? Could check that out there as well, because you've got loads of cool interviews as well. Talking about one of them videos, you did one with Brock Glover as well, didn't you? I don't know what I could put in here to get that to come up. Let's put it on there and we'll see if we can get. Here we go. I think I found it. Is that your YouTube, Adam? Lockdown 2020. I'm sure it is. Yeah, I can see a few videos on there. Let me just click on that a minute. Just check that is the right thing before I leave it as that. Just make sure that there's yes, there we go. Live with Brian Wade, live with Greg Hansenlet, Brock Glover, 6 times AMA Motocross champion, Jeff Stanton, David Knight, the Enduro star, Roger DaCosta. So yeah, check them out. Mr. Winslet was on the interviews before I was. And also you can check out his Facebook. Is it a group or a page, Adam? You've got the old Fox and Hounds at Newbury, the old GP track from back in the day. He's got a group on there as well. That's really cool. Hey, get the kettle on, buddy. I'm on my way. I'm starving for my tea, but that's going to have to wait for a little bit. Lainey will be impressed. She's done me some nice pasta, I think, as well. I need that so badly. Not eaten since this morning sometimes. So as you can see, you probably can't see me, can you? If my beard wasn't so big, you probably wouldn't be able to see me. I'm on my way, brother. So I'm on my way over to see my brother. This is where the back problem comes in, getting out of this seat. Normally got my heavyweight championship belt on when I'm sat here, so it don't wreck me back. Are you sure? I'll message you in a minute then. If you're sure you've got time for me to come over and if I have that first. All right, see you soon. So much love. Thank you very much. Good night and God bless, and speak to you all soon. Hopefully I'll share some nice cheeky news, hopefully, ready for this weekend. Hopefully I'm allowed to say. Cheers. Legend. Thank you, bruv. Didn't just say bruv, did I? Jamie, my brother. Bless him. See you soon, buddy. Buddy, pal, bruv. Cheers. You're delaying my